Discipline is designed to change behavior. It shouldn't just be designed to punish people.
Discipline is just that. It is discipline. It is setting rules, it's setting boundaries, it's setting guidelines with an expectation. And that we don't confuse discipline with punishment, because we know that discipline guides children, punishment hurts children, and consequences teaches them.
The consequence has to align to the infraction so that that behavior that generated whatever the infraction is can actually change.
And so we have to continue to give them that lesson through what we do. If the child is misbehaving, we have to set boundaries and have to stick to those boundaries. Those boundaries are best reinforced by the consequence that we give the child. Not a threat, but the consequence.
When we're talking about motivating children, the most important form of feedback is actual encouragement. Some kids, however, are not motivated just by praise alone, and then things like having sticker charts or some kind of backup reward can be very useful in children learning a new skill or behaviour. You don't want kids to become overly reliant on these kind of external rewards to continue to behave in an appropriate way. So the introduction of a behaviour chart, sticker charts, reward systems are always temporary and transitional, and they need to be phased out so that more naturally occurring consequences can serve to maintain the behaviour.
When you are watching a situation go down, there's probably an aggressor and a victim. As teachers and parents, we tend to go to the aggressor first and beat them over the head with, stop it, you shouldn't be doing that, and all the things that are wrong about this. Go to the victim first, and you're going to empower the victim with assertive language. Let's imagine that sister hits the brother. The brother says, ow, mommy, she hit me. My question to this child is, did you like it? He's going to probably say no, nobody likes to be hit. After that, you're going to say, if you don't like it, tap your sister on the shoulder, wait for her to look at you, and you're going to say, I don't like it when you hit me. Timeout does not work, and the reason why it doesn't work is because we are putting children in a position where they are left to think about what they've done wrong, which sounds great, but we're isolating them, and we're not helping them and guiding their thinking.
Parents can become more consistent and predictable by having conversations with their partners and others who are involved in looking after children to be clear about what kind of behaviours and skills and values that they would like to promote in their children. Because if they're clear about the kind of behaviour they're going to consider acceptable or inappropriate, it's much easier then to decide, okay, well, how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to teach these skills and behaviours, and how are we going to deal with children who are not observing them?
You better do your work early and set the foundation, because the older a kid gets, the less influence that we as parents really have on them, because their world enlarges. It enlarges to things like their peers, social media, and all these things here. So now there are other voices that are there to help shape the way this kid thinks.